Yo guys, I'm Truzuo reacting to Should Police Use Man Catchers? This is by IDidAThing. Let's check it out.
How you going?
How's it going?
Recently, I was in China.
Really? Never been. Want to go though.
And it is a very large, very...
God damn, he's up here. Where is this at? I can't really... It's a big city though.
delicious.
Ooh, dude, that looks good. That looks good.
Very confusing place.
Pet shrooms.
And one thing that really boggled my head.
What in that? I have never seen something like this. This is crazy. Is this because, did they start using this because of the pandemic and not wanting to touch people, or was this already implemented? Because this looks like something the pandemic would use to not be able to touch people. But I mean, I don't know. I've never been to China or anywhere over there, so this could be a thing over there. I don't know. I've never seen any other place use it though.
Was that the majority of coppers I saw had these giant half-moon spears, which they carried around everywhere.
I mean, it makes sense so they don't have to touch them for one, and two, if they have any weapons or like knives, it keeps them at a distance. But I'm not sure the gun problem is probably better than the US, to be honest. But it just seems like just to help like force them on the ground. But they gotta be made out of, you gotta be careful depending on how you use that thing.
First, I found these cops quite intimidating. But then I realized that was all they had. They didn't have any other weapons.
No shot. They don't have like a pistol. Like I mean not an AR, maybe the AR in the car, but like no pistol or taser or anything or baton. Crazy.
You know, in Australia, when you see cops, they usually look like a high-level player that has kind of strolled into the newbie area with their barrage of max-level weapons. And they've got so many weapons that they need to wear special belts so they can keep piling more weapons.
Oh, this is like an average Australian police officer. Usually American ones just have a vest and the pistol, taser, baton. Maybe some of them have like extra mags for a pistol or like whatchamacallit, anything else that like maybe like pepper spray or anything like that. I'm trying to think of anything else, but they usually have most of their gear in the back of the car. Unless they're like K9, they might have something else, but they usually don't have like ballistic helmets on. I mean, it looks more like this, like majority of police officers, but maybe there's a demonstration. It looks like
on top of themselves, and all of these weapons are designed to destroy you.
Yet to be identified.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it makes sense.
With officers. He was tasered in what
When there's a crazy Australian dude with a knife, you've kind of got two options for the police. Either you can shoot them with a gun or a taser. Both of these can lead to death. Like, look at this dude, who was just peacefully tripping out on LSD, minding his own business, naked in 7-Eleven, munching down on some biscuits, when the cops showed up and zapped him until he died. And the majority of deaths...
What? They zapped him until he died? How strong are those tasers? Jesus Christ!
...caused by tasers are on unarmed people. And I'm no expert, but I reckon if these spears actually work at controlling people, then I think they would be a great thing for police in Australia to have in their arsenal, so they can prevent needless deaths.
What in the world did you make?
So that's why today I'm going to create one of these Chinese man catchers and test one of these spears out to see how well they work and whether
that's actually pretty sick though.
Bath salts.
Of course.
Before making my own, I decided to do some research on these man catchers.
Okay.
Which was actually surprising.
Hold on, we gotta go back. I just want to see what this guy...
Research on these man catchers.
Cockroaches make great pets. Did you pause the video to read this? Of course. How many potatoes for one cucumber? My knees feel like eyes. Man catching older woman. What? Reddit newtubers? Sasamata train station. Of course. Anything else up here? Nope.
Which was actually surprisingly hard, as man catcher didn't really return the result I was expecting.
Sexy singles near me.
This guy has probably viruses on his computer.
Catching pole spears have been used by cultures all
across
the world for ages.
It seems very small. Like, you gotta put them like sideways.
The earliest version was called the Sasumata and did not originate in China. It was actually from feudal
It almost
Japan.
looks like what do you call it? A cattle, like, or a cow or anything like that to like corral them or anything like that. Maybe. Am I right about that, or am I wrong? I don't know. It just looks like something more used for farming or something like that.
and it looked slightly more menacing then, and had spikes and
Jesus.
a blade on it, but its purpose was the same, as a non-lethal way of capturing people you wanted caught. They also had a version in Europe which consisted of a spring-loaded door on the front that would fit around a man's neck and was mainly used to pull people from horses. Apparently,
that makes sense for like almost like you're doing like you're on horseback and you're doing like those javelin things or whatever, spears. But dude, holy heck, to rip people off and then you just have spikes. I feel like you need the opening more on this to be like obviously didn't have probably like electronic or like be able to like retract it or whatever. But he had like the thing where it like folded in on itself, which makes sense. So it's open. But this is like, how are you getting a person's neck through this thing? I don't know. You have to like put it over top of them. Like if this is their head right here, you have to like put it over top and then pull it backwards of any shot. Is this an ostrich? I just realized with armor. Jesus Christ.
It was also used to capture noble opponents for ransom, but it still looked like it would hurt a little. And then there was
I would say so.
This
What
very
in the
lethal man grubber from Papua New Guinea that was used to snare opponents and then stab them in the neck. And
Oh
today,
God.
the man catchers that are used by police don't have the blades and spikes.
Well, that
They
makes
aren't used
sense.
to capture noble opponents, but are made from aluminium and used by police all across China and Japan.
I feel like it's got to be pretty sturdy because I feel like if that's not, I'm not saying the average person, but the above average person would probably be able to break it depending on how strong they are and depending on how malleable the aluminum is. But because it's got to be somewhat lightweight for them to carry, right? You're not going to be carrying like a 20-pound freaking pole or whatever. Like that one guy that uses that mop to like trick people in gyms or whatever. They're like, here, hold my mop, and it's like 40 kilos or something. Can't be that heavy. So I mean, can't be that heavy for the police officer's gonna have to like if they start running, like they have to chase him with a giant pole. So I mean, I guess it makes sense.
China and Japan have incredibly low levels of crime, and the majority of the
makes sense,
population
yeah.
do not own guns. But after a series of knife attacks, sasamotos were introduced in order to allow people to have the upper hand against a knife attacker.
Yeah, see if you can
They work
grab
by
it or
allowing
whatever.
the user to pin the attacker to the ground or a wall, while allowing the user of the spear to stay at a safe distance from the attacker until backup arrives with more spears. And if these spears actually work, I think they sound like a great option for cops in Australia. So I'm going to test two options. One,
Well, you could have thrown a knife,
safe
but
version used by police in China. And then I wanted to see if I can design my own man catcher with a
oh,
locking mechanism.
see, this is what I thought they'd
Traps
be doing.
men inside. A bit like marriage. Am I right, fellas?
Oh my God, dude, this guy.
Hey, fellas. All right, so I'm going to cut this out of a
Out of
piece of
wood.
plywood and attach it to a wooden dowel, which I have cut a slit in.
Almost like a
And
pool
I'm
stick.
calling it now. This is going to break, but I'm a lazy man, so I'm going to use it anyway. So then I just banged a pool noodle on the end of it, so it doesn't hurt that much when I use it. So let's go try this out on my local vagrant who has just taken my bath salts.
Alrighty, give me back my bath salts. Wait, come and get it. No, fuck you, alright?
I mean, it works, but I feel like it's gonna snap.
Something broke.
Alrighty, so that broke like I thought it would, so I'm going to attach it properly this time.
Okay.
So my previous attacker was hungover, so
Was
I'm
hungover.
going to test it out on a slightly smaller attacker who hasn't gone through puberty yet.
You didn't even give me a real knife.
Well, if you stab me, then you can have a real knife, alright? So just I want you to get angry. Like, think about all the times I stole your computer time, okay? Ready, go. Oh!
I mean, it works. I mean, it's a younger kid.
And that worked very well, but it works even better with a longer stick.
Extremely long. Okay,
Holy.
go.
I mean, if this person wasn't that dumb, they could just run around him and juke him out and then probably get him.
Can you move? Can you get up?
Because it becomes less agile the longer you make it.
And that worked great. But I can already hear some of you screaming at the screen that I am abusing a pre-puberty teen. So let's switch the roles around.
All right.
I don't know why this is up here. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it away. Oh, there it goes. Perfect.
Ready, go.
I think it's too long and there's no leverage in it to push him back. Like go around, just run around him. Is the only thing I you need. That's why I think you need the locking version.
Get to you, you can't get to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
And it works extremely well. Even though the user of the man catcher is a lot smaller than I am, they're really able to control me and control my hips and make me unbalanced. But I did notice it had one weakness. If you managed to push it to the side, you could get at the person and spoon them. So that's
I mean,
why
that makes
wanted
sense,
to
or you can
test
just
whether
run
I could
around
make some
them.
modifications to it, making it better at man grabbing or woman grabbing, nobility grabbing, whoever you were grabbing. And this is what I came up with. And it looks pretty cool, although I kind of feel like I've become the physical embodiment of this guy's name.
Oh my god.
So this is how it works. When you push these parts here against a person, they move back until the bolts lock it in place, meaning that it won't be able to open.
That's smart. That's what I would have thought to do.
And some of you might have noticed that there is a small gap here, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be catching large people only. So let's go try it out.
Okay.
I think I'm still gonna catch you. Okay.
Terrifying.
Now if you get out, you can't really get out.
See, that's way better. That's if they allow you to grab them like that.
And this is great. Now that you're attached to the attacker, you can really give them the love and care they really need.
Okay.
Talking about their problems.
So tell me about your relationship with your mother.
Playing limbo.
This guy is
and then
so
becoming
unserious.
great mates. So there you go. It seems to work pretty well. And you can definitely keep the attacker at a safe distance while controlling their movement. And this was made by me, a guy that is crap at making things. Imagine what professionals could come up with. And I'm not by any means saying that this is a solution to every problem. Like, obviously, in America, where the majority of the population has arms, I wouldn't attempt to use this on a guy with a gun. But
Yeah.
the next time someone is experiencing bath salts-induced psychosis, maybe we can grab them with a stick instead of zapping them until they die.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check out my other stuff.
Hey, good video. I didn't expect this type of... I thought we'd make it out of metal or something like that, but no. I feel like in America, too, as well, most cops were, depending on what the situation, some are different, but I feel like depending on like if they're doing like bath assaults or anything like that, I feel like tasing is less common, more just tackling them and putting them in handcuffs. Like, how many videos have you seen someone like tase them when they can just run up and there's some cops that just haul ass and just tackle people. But either way, I guess it just depends on the police force and whatever they're trained and whatnot. But either way, this is an interesting video. I think he has another one where he actually improves it again. So we might check that one out. But let me know. Like I said in the beginning, the questions I had in the beginning of the video, like, did they introduce this recently, like the catchers like that? Or has it always been a thing of like, I would assume maybe COVID introduced it because they didn't want to touch criminals or anything like that because they could be infected or whatnot. But maybe they had it before then. Let me know. And is it only like a China thing or Asian thing, or is it anywhere else in the world that uses it? Because definitely not in the US. So let me know. I'll catch you guys later. If you want to see more of these, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.